why I don't like job systems. I haven't figured that out yet. I'm like, so I like class systems, but I don't like job systems. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why I don't like the fact that I got this character. It may be because I'm an author and I create characters too, and I don't like them changing into something else. Maybe because my life has been like that. I've changed jobs since I was 17 years old, and in my artistic life, I think I wanted to do something different each time. When I was a teenager, I really wanted to be a musician. Then I wanted to be a writer, a script writer, write scripts for movies, and then I wanted to be an actor. And then, I wanted to make my own movie, so I made some short films. And then I wanted to write novels, books. I'm still doing that, thankfully. And then I wanted to make YouTube videos, and here I am. And you see, so I've been changing jobs my entire life. So I'm like, I don't want to play that. I want to play with characters they have this job already, and they stick to that, and they improve and they evolve. That's why I prefer, games like Fire Emblem. Because in Final Fantasy Tactics, the whole point of the game is to change jobs, to turn your mage into an archer, or to turn your thief into a swordsman, or something like that, And at the beginning, when I first heard about that idea, I think it was when I played Final Fantasy V. It was a little bit like that, and I was like, man, it's fun. But after putting some hours into Final Fantasy V, I was like, so why do I feel like I have to do this? My character is now a healer. Why can't she just stay a healer the entire game? And she can, I'm not saying they can't. Final Fantasy Tactics is no different. If you have your swordsman, that character can stay a swordsman forever. You don't have to change jobs. But then what's the fun? Then what's the point of Final Fantasy Tactics if you're not changing jobs? So that's why I prefer Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem doesn't do that. They do. The last ones, they allow that to happen. There's a job system in the last ones. But in the old ones, let's say from Shadow Dragon, the remake on the Nintendo DS and below, you couldn't do that. It was just, this guy's an archer, so he's going to evolve into a sniper. And that's it. So you class up. And I kind of like that way more, because, like I said, it may be because I'm an author. I've created characters that were archers or, lancers. And they were like that the entire story, the entire book. They didn't change jobs, So I guess that's part of that, But I'm not entirely sure why I prefer this class system instead of the job system. And that's what turns me off about games like Final Fantasy Tactics and I don't know. They're just like that, You need to have sometimes... I feel like I need to have the right jobs or, the right characters for this and that. And in Fire Emblem, you don't have to. Fire Emblem is more about the strategy itself, about how to use this character for these enemies and how to position them and how to lure characters and how to tank enemies. I guess I like that a little bit more. And when you fight the bosses, you're like, oh man, so most of my characters don't stand a chance against this boss except this guy with this badass sword, or except this knight with a big armor, or this mage. It's a little bit more like that. So I'm attracted to that way more than a job system. I'm not against the job systems, but I wasn't a fan. Take Octopath Traveler, for example. I think it was a better idea. Instead of changing jobs, you can equip like 2 jobs and learn abilities from those 2 jobs. A game called God Wars did something similar. I kind of prefer that, instead of changing completely my job from one thing to another and losing all of my abilities, you kind of gather all these abilities and you don't lose stats. Because when you change jobs in some games, you lose stats. Oh, now your HP will decrease while your strength will increase, but your defense will decrease. And I fucking hate that, man. I despise that. Why can't I keep my stats and then, have both archer abilities and lancer abilities and equip a damn lance or something like that? So, yeah, it's just... I prefer that, those your written characters' attributes and abilities mirror their personalities then. And that's an interesting question. They do not. In my books, they do not. I mean, I don't see any stereotypes. A lancer can have all types of personalities. So no. But anyway, yeah, that's my take on the job system. It's just I prefer class system. That's it.